Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everyone. It's Rita. Sorry. I am here with birthday hair, if that counts for anything. So when you're on, because I know you guys are probably like refreshing and checking, just let me know. Just going to kind of ease into it. And then we'll jump in to everything. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad. I feel like it's like a halo effect going on back there, but there. That looks a little better. Hi, Diana. Hello. How are you? I'm like, whoo, I made it. I made it here. My hair is like fresh out of the salon. So you know how they do it. They always put too much like hairspray in it and they put too much stuff in it and they cut it shorter than I wanted. But I am here. And I'm not kidding when I say that next week I'm going to do a Facebook Live about lessons I learned in customer service from my experience at the salon today. In fact, I could probably do a whole week-long training on it. So what am I doing for my birthday? Well, I started this morning by going out to breakfast with my husband, like a long, leisurely breakfast with my husband. I actually boarded my puppy dog. So a lot of people know he just had surgery, and I boarded him because we're going away on a trip. So I'm excited, just camping, nothing fancy, but it's going to be fun. And then I went and got my hair done today, and I was going to go do some other stuff, but it took like 4 hours to get my hair done. So hi, Kathy. Hi, Shay. Hi, how are you guys? I haven't seen you guys in a while. Well, Shay, I haven't seen you in a while. So anyway, the Facebook Live that I wanted, what started all of this today. So for those of you who are just tuning in, today's Facebook Live is how I almost ruined my birthday and why it matters for my business and your business. So yeah, I almost sabotaged my birthday. I'm going to tell you how, and I'm going to tell you what it meant for my business. And luckily, just like many of you have mentors and coaches, I have a mentor, and she's the one that kind of reeled me in this morning. So oh, thank you, Kathy. I get, it's going to take me a while to get used to, right? And again, all the light, I'm trying to get a good, anyway, just pretend I have a halo going on behind me. So okay, many of you know that I have been treating the past, it's been like a week and a half, as my birthday extravaganza. So all last week I did Facebook Lives every single day, all week long, and training on different things, right? We talked about how to get what you want in your business now. We talked about visibility. We talked about how to grow and nurture your email list. We talked about productivity, and we talked about sales, and a lot of different things within those, right? So we had trainings all week long. I gave away prizes. I gave away specials. I gave away free gifts. Like, I've been going strong, right? Celebrating my birthday last week. And then I spilled that over into this week. And today was supposed to be like a go hard birthday celebration in the group, a virtual birthday celebration. I was going to be live streaming all day with different topics. I was going to be giving away gift after gift. I was going to be announcing special after special. Like, I had planned my entire day, my entire birthday, to do nothing but give value to this group. Okay. Yeah, Kathy, I'm glowing. I'm glowing. I see it. Hi, Heather. Hi, Chesha. Hi. So I've been doing all of this, not just because I love to give to the group, which you guys know I do. At random times throughout the year, I will do Facebook Live events, and I'll do trainings, and I'll do free classes, right? I did the 100 Days to Bloom Your Business once, a whole bunch of things, right? So I love giving value to this group. And oftentimes, that's also how I market. Well, all the time, that's how I market what I'm selling, right? So you all know, if you've worked with me or if you've been part of any of my trainings or any of my classes, that I believe that educational-based marketing is the #1 way to really grow your business in a sustainable way. So it's give, 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 right? So how many of you out there do that for your marketing, do educational-based marketing, not just like, I don't know, I don't have anything here, but not just like, I have a ring, look at my ring, it's whatever, if you want to buy it, $50, buy my ring, right? It's more like teaching somebody something, right? Telling a story about the ring and the benefits of the ring and giving lessons and tips and things that these people can go and implement in their life right away, but that also position the ring as the ultimate thing that will give them that ultimate result or benefit, right? Which is fine because you're just literally telling people the truth about an option or a product that exists. So how many of you use educational-based marketing? So Diana says she does. Heather, I know Heather does that. I read Heather's blogs. So, and I think a good number of women, I know Chesha does. I know for a fact Kathy does. So I think a lot of people in here do that, right? Well, I'm launching my program, Take Bold Action, Get Big Results, group coaching for go-getters. And I've been launching that. The registration opened a little over a week ago. And I have been going really hard on providing education in order to fill that group, right? Letting people know what the benefits are, letting people know what the results are, letting people know what all the features are and about the group, but doing it through educating, right? Because every topic I talked about last week is a topic that's covered in the program in detail, right? So we really go into sales, we go into productivity, we go into visibility, we go into growing your email list, we go into mindset and getting what you want now. Like we go into that stuff in detail in the program. So that's why I picked a lot of those topics. And I had a lot more topics like that picked, right? Especially for today. Like I said, I was going to go hard today on turning my birthday into a big, long celebration. But what happened was my coach, my mentor, messaged me this morning and was like, happy birthday, lady. How are you doing? Like, how are you? I haven't heard from you for a couple of days. And I started to cry. Like, I read her email and I started to cry. And my husband looked at me and he's like, why are you crying? And I wasn't sobbing, right? I was just crying. And I was like, I'm just so tired. I don't know. That question, how are you doing? It made me cry. And he's like, is this like a turning 42 years old thing? Right? And I'm like, no, I don't think it has anything to do with my age. I don't know. I'm really tired. And so, of course, that led to a conversation with my mentor. And I told her my reaction to how I was feeling. And as we dug into it, although I love giving education and I love really fun and exciting ways to launch my programs and my registrations, and I try to turn them into events, and I love to give a lot of value. What had happened was the way that I was launching my program had stopped being fun for me. Okay, so we'll talk about why it had stopped being fun for me. But I was doing all these videos and I loved the videos, right? But I had not really realistically looked at my schedule when I decided to do all of these trainings. I didn't look at the fact that my birthday was coming up and a vacation was coming up and I still had clients to serve. And I have my mastermind that's starting and I have Wake Up and Win that's open for registration too, right? All like kind of ancillary or to the side of Take Bold Action, but like I had a lot going on. Then, as many of you may know, it started, I don't know, a couple of months ago with my roof caving in my office and it raining inside of my house, followed by my mother-in-law visiting, immediately followed by my dog getting injured, tearing his ACL, having surgery, and then him just coming home with a huge recovery period of physical therapy and a variety of things going on. My mother-in-law just left. And then on top of it, right, we roll right into the holidays, we roll right into my birthday. So all of that's going on simultaneously with kind of what is really one of the biggest seasons for my business, okay, with launches. So I was doing all of this, and in the conversation, I realized that the way that I had just been going about, not really the launch, because I like doing educational based videos, right? But the way that I had just been going about my life, like my days and my schedule, my morning routine was out of whack, my sleeping patterns were out of whack, like everything was out of order, right? Just out of order for me. And I just kept on going because I was like, this is what I do. right? This is how I do it. I didn't stop and say, how am I feeling? Is this fun for me? Am I enjoying what I'm doing? Is this feeling good? Yet, what do people hire me for? They hire me to help them grow their business, right, make more money in ways that are fun and feel good. And so I'm sitting here and I'm kind of having this epiphany that like it had stopped feeling good for me. And I had scheduled an entire day of activities that were not going to feel good to me for today because I've been burned out. I've been tired. I haven't been finding time for self-care. I haven't been eating right. I haven't been sleeping right. So I almost sabotaged my birthday, right? This is how I almost ruined my birthday. I almost ruined my birthday by kind of marching ahead with this, well, I should do this. I need to do this. I must do this. I'm obligated to do this. And I had this whole day planned in my head. And I need to do more. Have you guys ever, like, so I see Kathy and I say, have you guys ever done that before? Just kind of started down a marketing path or a strategy or something in your business, but it wasn't feeling fun. And I really want to caution that I don't mean that everything you do in business has to feel fun. In fact, there are going to be a lot of things you do in business that don't feel fun for a short period of time or don't feel fun in the moment because you're growing, it's new, it's uncomfortable, it's scary, right? But overall, what you're doing should feel good to you, right? It should feel good. And so I'm sitting there in my bathroom this morning, kind of crying, because the question is, how are you? And that's when I kind of realized I'm tired. What am I doing? I have a whole day full of working. I have a whole day full of working on my birthday. I had stopped prioritizing myself, stopped prioritizing self-care, even through my birthday, right? Because I just had in my mind the strategy. I was going to implement it. I was going to go more, right? So Kathy says, totally relate to the energy, right? She says daily, right? Well, for me, it's not daily. This is a very unusual experience for me. And so I started digging into why. Like, why had I gotten to this moment in my bathroom, like crying on my 42nd birthday, right? And it was really because I had stopped working on my mindset. So if we were to kind of take away lessons so far from what I've talked about, right? Number one is when you're launching something big in your business or you're offering something big in your business or there's something going on in your business, right? You want to make sure that the energy around it and the strategy that you're creating feels good to you and works with your life and your schedule. Now, again, you might have to make some choices in your priorities, right? You might have to shuffle some things. You might have to deep dive into business for a while. I'm not talking about it just always just being like, to me, ease does not mean easy. Okay, so I'm not meaning that things are easy, right? But you want it to have ease to it, because if you're stressed and if you're not feeling good about it and if your energy is chaotic and all over the place, even if when you're showing up in front of people you're giving extreme value, your people are listening, people are responding, right, that energy, I swear, will seep through into what you do. But more importantly, kind of like Kathy said, it's going to drain you. It's going to drain you. It's going to drain you, and it will catch up with you. If it doesn't start right along the way, it will all catch up with you. So like lesson number one is when you're doing something in your business, you want to make sure that it supports your life, right? That's why we have a business, is to support our life, not that you're like shoving your life in around this moment in your business. And that the way that you're going about offering a service or a product, especially for a lot of people out there that do launches, so I've been doing a lot of launches, right? That it feels good and it works for you, right? So that's like lesson 1 and 1A and 1B. And then the second is to prioritize self-care and not lose sight of that. I had lost sight of that with the roof falling apart and with my mother-in-law visiting and the dog having surgery, right? And all of these things, my morning routine, everybody who was in Wake Up and Win, they know I am like a routine person. I wake up at the same time. I do my journaling. I do all of that was out of whack because I had a guest in my house. I didn't have an office. I mean, I still haven't moved back into it. Everything's out because of the roof situation. Now we're going on vacation. Like the schedule just hasn't been right. The dog's been sick. So I just stopped prioritizing myself. Right. But I kept trying to serve everybody else. Have you guys ever done that? I mean, I know, right? How many of you have done that, whether it's in your business or in your life, that you stop putting yourself first, your self-care, right? I'm not talking about like selfishness. That's a little different, right? But self-care, how many of you have just prioritized your family, your friends, your clients, other people, peers, to the detriment of yourself in order to advance something in your business, right? I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. So Kathy said, oh my gosh, Kathy booked 8 weeks off her 9 to 5 as a result of draining her. So like her draining herself caused her to have to take 8 weeks off of her business, right? Do you see the ripple effect of what happens when you don't follow kind of these things, right? Like making sure things feel good, making sure that there's ease, not easy, but ease, making sure that it's in alignment with your values, prioritizing self-care. The ripple effects can be really damaging, right? Angie says, I love the hair. Hello, Angie. Thank you. I'm glad, right? People better love this hair. That's going to be a Facebook Live next week. But okay, so that was one of the reasons, right? With everything that was going on, I stopped taking little pockets of time for myself, but I was still serving and giving and serving other people, right? Through all of these educational based trainings and giveaways and even launching the program and all the behind the scenes work that goes on with launching a program and all of the work that you guys don't see, right? What you guys see is a post that goes up saying, hey, everyone, Take Bold Action is open for registration and Wake Up and Win is open for registration. But you literally don't see the weeks and weeks and weeks of work and strategizing and content creation and everything that goes in to all of that, right? So I had stopped prioritizing myself while I was doing all of that. Well, I always tell my clients, right? You hear the phrase, what's that phrase? You can't pour from an empty cup, right? You can't pour from an empty cup. But oftentimes the reason that we're lowering our concentration on ourselves, the reason that we are not prioritizing ourselves is because we want to help other people, which is what I wanted to do with you guys, right? I wanted to help you guys. I wanted to give value. So you want to help other people, so you put them before you. But what you really end up doing is hurting other people. And you end up hurting the other people because you're not the best version of yourself, right? You're burned out, you're resentful, you're not present, you're distracted, you're tired, you're snapping, right? I think a lot of you saw a post that I did about yelling at my husband for bringing me dinner. Like I yelled at him for bringing me dinner, right? That's great. Who does that, right? Somebody who hasn't been prioritizing themselves. So we do it to help other people. But when we don't prioritize ourselves in order to help others, what we end up doing is hurting the very people that we set out to help, because we are not the best version of ourselves that we can be. So do you guys get that, right? So here I am, right? To back up, for like Angie just joined, right? To back up, I was crying on my toilet this morning because my mentor asked me how I was doing on my birthday. And I ended up kind of starting to cry. And when I asked myself why I wasn't doing well, it ended up being one, right? I was tired. I was a little resentful. I was a little burned out because the way that I've been going about just kind of my schedule and my balance, I hate that word balance, but the integration of my life and my business for the past couple of weeks with everything that's going on, right, was not serving me. And in the middle of all of that, I still wasn't prioritizing myself, right? So here I am, a tired, cranky, burned out Rita, finally, I think, reaching her point of the tears boiling up, right? And crying. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, right? And as I was talking to my mentor, we started talking, and it's like, well, why didn't you change your strategy? Why didn't you pivot? Why didn't you just let some things go when all of this other stuff started going on in your life, right? And it was because in my mind, I had gotten like on this track of, I had milestones to reach. I had a goal to reach, right? I have certain registration numbers that I want to hit for Take Bold Action. I'm about halfway there. I need about 10 more people to sign up to reach my goal, right? So I have goals and I have things that I want to do, and I know that I needed to do it. But my answer to that, right, when I wasn't getting, let's say I haven't reached my goal yet. I mean, I haven't, right? I haven't reached my registration goal yet. I'm for Take Bold Action, was to do more, right? So here I am already overloaded, already snapping, already to the max. And today, my birthday, I was going to fill the entire day with doing more work, with doing more. So when I wasn't getting the results that I wanted because of this strategy, my answer wasn't to look at my mindset. The answer wasn't to look at my prioritization of self-care. My answer wasn't to look at how it was all feeling to me. My answer was I needed to do more. So that's my next question to you. Have you guys ever been on a track to reach a goal and you're not reaching the goal? So your answer is just to do more. And I don't even necessarily mean more of what you were doing in the first place, but I just mean more, right? More of anything. Have you guys ever been there before? I don't know if your comments froze up because I literally can't see any comments anymore. So if you guys are commenting and I'm not responding, that's why. I apologize. And I will comment whenever I watch on I'll go in when we're done and comment, right? So if you're watching this live or you're watching this on replay, right, how many of you have ever done that, right? So your answer is like, more. I gotta do more, right? I'm not reaching my goal, so there's more I have to do. So that was the track that I got on. And what my mentor said to me, I want to say to you, because it's true. And it's so funny how we can say this for other people, but we need somebody to say it to us, right? And that's what happened to me. I'm saying this kind of stuff to my clients very frequently, and I needed somebody to say it to me, which was, well, the answer when you're not reaching these milestones and these goals, right? The answer isn't always to do more, right? The answer sometimes is to do less, right? The answer is sometimes pull back and don't do as much. Take a step back, right? And that's because what you're doing when you do that, right, is you're focusing on exactly what I talked about. When you stop and when you pause and when you say, wait a minute, the right answer at this moment is to just not do more, is to stop and fill my cup, is to stop and prioritize myself, is to stop and get my mindset right. It's to stop and kind of, look at what's working and what's not. So I feel good. So my energy is good. So it's fun for me. So I want to do more. And then people feel that energy and then they want to return it back, right? That's the answer. But I wasn't looking at that answer. I was like, I have to do more, right? So Angie says you're human. Paige has been there. Kathy has been there. So you all know what I'm talking about, right? So when you're watching this, right, when sometimes you're not hitting those milestones and those goals, if you're a person that defaults to what else can I do in order to do more? Well, I need to post more places. I need to be doing more videos. I need to be out networking more. I need to be, and sometimes that's true. Okay, sometimes the actions need to be more. You need to increase the level of your action in order to get bigger results. But that's not the place you start, right? You need to start with how am I feeling? Because how I'm feeling will create my ultimate results, right? You have to check in with what am I thinking, right? Because thinking determines how you're feeling. So it's like, let's back up, right? What are you thinking? Like, what are my thoughts around everything that's happening? Are they serving me? Are they taking me to where I want to be? Are they in alignment with how I want to feel and the results that I want? And then you check in with your feelings. How am I feeling? Is this good? Because your energy, if you feel chaotic, if you feel reactive, if you feel tired, if you feel burned out, then it won't matter how much you go, or the word hustle, right? Or the word whatever. It's not going to get the results that you want. It just won't, because you won't even realize it. But your energy and your language and your facial expressions and all of this stuff will seep out into the world. People pick up even on the smallest little, like, kind of off of your internal energy, and people mirror back our energy, right? They mirror it back, they feel it, and they reflect it back. So if anywhere, even if you think you're showing up in a completely different way, I guarantee they're not picking up on that because it's happening on like this almost metaphysical level, right? So after you say, how am I thinking about everything when you're not reaching a goal, the next is, how am I, feeling? What's my energy? What's my mindset around this? Right? Like so I'm aligning the mindset and the feelings. And then do I need to pivot? Do I need to make any changes? Do I need to pause? Do I need to stop? Is it not that I need to do more? Is it that I need to do less? Right? So that's where I was. Okay, so back to Rita crying, right? Everybody always is like, oh my gosh, Rita cries, right? Yeah, Rita cries. And Rita has her moments, right? Everybody's like, gosh, Rita, you're like always go, go, go. But exactly my point, right? I'm always go, go, go. And here I am tearing up because somebody said, happy birthday. How are you doing? Right? How are you doing? And so I stopped and I took that advice. Do less, not more in this moment. Work on your mindset, work on your feelings, see if you need to pivot, right? And I guarantee that the energy will start flowing in to match that energy that you're now putting out. And I knew she was right. So instead of this full birthday extravaganza that I was going to do today, I mean, I was literally going to live stream for like 8 hours straight. I was going to show old live streams. I was going to answer questions. I was going to be bringing people on and interviewing them. I was going to do all this stuff. I decided to pause, to not do that, and to take time for myself, to fill my cup and prioritize myself, especially on my birthday, right? If I'm not going to prioritize myself on my birthday, then who's going to, right? So I went out to breakfast with my husband, and I got my hair done, and now it's dark in here, right? It's dark in here. But I went and I got my hair done, and let's see, I've done some stuff for me. Well, can I tell you what happened? The minute I paused, guys, the minute I paused, I got 2 registrations for Take Bold Action. They're alumni, they're not new, but I got 2 registrations for Take Bold Action, which is wonderful, right? I got 1 person inquiring about being in my mastermind, followed by another person. Now my mastermind is actually full. I haven't even been advertising it. The mastermind is full. But now, because I have these requests, if I can get 2 more people, I'm thinking about running a 3rd mastermind group because I already have 2 that are full. Then I had 2 people reach out to me for half-day intensives. So some of you may have seen that I offered a special birthday gift over the past week of taking my half-day virtual intensives, knocking them in half, and offering those to people, right? And I had 2 people wanting to take me up on those offers. So like the minute I paused, the minute that I told the universe that I was a priority and that I needed to be the best version of myself that I could be, so that I could, when I'm delivering all this value, when I'm having these days of like Facebook Live days and Facebook Live extravaganzas and all this stuff, right? When I'm doing it, that I have the highest level of energy, that you guys are mirroring that you're feeling that we're all, and guess what, guys? For the past couple of Facebook Lives, I haven't had any engagement. I have on replay, but I haven't live. So not only did I get all of the registrations for all the different things I talked about, I have like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people who have been here tonight and commenting and hitting the heart and hitting the like, and guys, please continue to do that, right? Hit the heart, hit the like, right? So people know it's a good video. But that happened too. And it's because I just took a moment to pause and start getting my energy and my mindset in alignment with me. And when I told the world that that's a priority, because I actually want to be more effective and more helpful, then look what I got in return, right? To get a little woo, right? To get a little woo, that's what I got in return. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah Wiles. So that's how I almost sabotaged my birthday, right? I almost sabotaged it by going more, until somebody, right, my mentor made me pull back and said, maybe the answer isn't more. Maybe the answer today is that you need to do less. Maybe, in fact, while you're on vacation for the next couple of days, right? Because she asked me, when does the cart close for Take Bold Action? And I said, the cart closes on September 9th. And she's like, well, you have plenty of time, right? You have plenty of time. So she's like, so just pause. Take a few days, right? Get reconnected to yourself, get reconnected to your energy, get reconnected so that all this value that you give, right? So then why, the little sub question is, why had I been so focused on more, right? And it's because I had not been prioritizing myself. I had not been eating right. I had not been sleeping right. I had not been doing my journaling. I had not been doing my morning routine. I had not been going to the gym. I had not been seeing my friends, right? Like, I literally, life stopped from the moment that, like, my roof caved in, through my mother-in-law's visit, through the dog going to the vet, through all of that stuff, right? The world paused. And so I wasn't taking care of myself. So my mindset defaulted to old habits. And do you know what the biggest old habit was that my mindset defaulted to? Hi, Rashika. Hi. I want to see if you guys can guess. If you know what the biggest, like, mindset was, that my old mindset habit, that my mindset defaulted to. So here I am in the middle of a launching, giving all of this value and feeling like, you know, the registrations and I'm sure we've all felt like that before, the response that we're getting from all this effort that we're putting in. For a moment, I felt like I wasn't reaching my goals, and I wasn't getting the response that I wanted. So I started focusing on more. And the reason I focused on more, while I'm in the middle of all of this stuff, feeling like my life is caving in and not prioritizing myself, the reason I didn't pause and didn't say, wait a minute, let's check in with all this stuff, and I decided to go more, and since you've all said you do that, right, was because my mindset had defaulted to scarcity-based mindset. And I'm not sure how many of you have been there. If you have, type 1 or me or something in the comments, right? But that's where I had been so tired and hadn't been doing my mindset work, and got so disconnected from me and so disconnected from what was going on over the past couple of weeks, even though you guys probably wouldn't have known it because I was showing up and I was doing stuff, but you probably felt it, right? But it was because I had dipped back into kind of scarcity, right? That there's not enough and that I need to get it. I need to get more and more. So I have to do more and more to get more and more, right? I kind of fell out of my normal default reaction, which is like the universe is working for me and it's always putting me where I need to be. And there's an abundance and it will flow. If I flow, right? What flows out is what flows in. And I had not been keeping myself in a state of flow and a state of abundance to let all of that, like, faith and abundance and that energy, because I was taking time for me, because I wasn't, because I was, you know, prioritizing what felt good, because I wasn't, because I was operating in faith, right? And for me, that is God. For a lot of people, it's something different, but I wasn't praying anymore every morning, and I wasn't talking to God, and I wasn't writing in my journal, and I wasn't doing all of this stuff, right? So because I wasn't doing all of that stuff, my mind defaulted back to old habits of, like, scarcity and starting to think, oh my gosh, what's going to happen if all of this doesn't work, if people don't register for my program, and if not thinking, wait a minute, like, it's okay, right? The world, it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out the way it needs to work out. I will be exactly where I need to be. I really do believe God takes care of me. I believe that's how I've gotten to where I am today. You know, for you, it might be the universe or a higher energy or a source power or whatever it is, a vibration, a frequency, right? Whatever it is for you. Once we disconnect from that idea that that the universe rewards action. So whatever action we take is going to put us, and the universe is always putting us where we need to be. So if the universe rewards action, if life rewards action, and the universe is always putting us where we need to be, right? Then the actions that we take will put us where we need to be, right? To receive the results that and we just need to have faith and stop trying to control it. Stop trying to say this action will create this result in this way, in this fashion, right? And we do that because we need it to. We start getting into this, but that's the way it is. I need 10 more registrations, so I will do Facebook Lives. And when I do Facebook Lives, if I'm not getting those registrations, I'm going to start thinking, oh my gosh, there's a scarcity. People aren't going to register. People aren't going to be interested. People aren't going to buy my thing. People aren't going to do whatever. And now I'm just going to be like in this chaotic, needy, scarcity-based energy. And then I'm just going to do more. I'm going to feel like I need to do more, but I'm going to be doing more from the wrong energy. Right? And now, because I'm doing more, I'm taking care of myself less. I'm prioritizing myself less, which now is even ruining the energy even more, right? Which means even less results are coming in. So guess what? When fewer results are coming in, then I need to do even more, right? So now I'm just perpetrating like the cycle, right? You guys see it? Like I'm making it happen through that. So in those moments, if you guys, and Paige says yes, right? If you guys find yourself in those moments, then I want to tell you what my mentor told me today, which is like, the answer is probably to do less. The answer is to pull back. And it's not to do nothing. It's to work on your mindset again, to get reconnected to there's an abundance, life rewards action. The universe is always working for us, right? Making sure you're checking back in with how you're feeling, that you're prioritizing yourself, that you're the best version of yourself that you can be, you know, and then look at your strategy. After all of that, then look at your strategy and say, sure, maybe we have to pivot a few things. Maybe we need to adjust a few things, right? But only after we do all of that. Right? So that is how I almost sabotaged my birthday, and why it matters for my business and how it can matter for yours, right? Because if I had gone through with today the way that I had envisioned today, now I gave away a few prizes today, but the way I did it was fun, right? I was out having breakfast and I took a picture of me having coffee and asked a question and said, I'm gonna give somebody a gift card for coffee. I was getting my hair done and we were talking about self-care, and I'm giving away a self-care bundle, right, for people who participated in that thread, and for people who show up today, right, like I'm giving a prize for people who show up today, like entering you to win a prize. But I did it in a way that was fun and wasn't like high stress, and it was because I paused, right? It was because I paused. And that's what I wanted to tell you guys today, because if I had gone through with what I was going to do the way that I was going to do it today, right? If I had done that, I don't know. I would have just continued this circle, this vicious circle of not feeling, and then I would have kind of thrown the baby out with the bathwater, right? I would have said, oh, well, it must be this program. Oh, well, it must be whatever. Oh, it must be that I don't have the right community. And I know that's not true. I love my community, right? Oh, it must be, right? We always then find other reasons, and it's not us, right? It's not our fault that that thing's not working. It must be the thing, or it must be the people, or it must be the, but really it's just kind of like what was going on with me internally, right? And the minute that I paused, and the minute that I stopped, and the minute I took a breath, and the minute I reconnected with my faith, and for me that was praying, that was journaling, that was writing in my prayer journal. The minute that I said, I'm going to prioritize myself, I'm important, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And then I showed up in a different way today, in a different energy. The 2 registrations came in. The 2 inquiries about the mastermind came in. The 2 half-day intensives came in, right? Like that happened because of I showed up. It's not because it was magic. It was because I still showed up today, but I showed up in a different way, in a different energy, and that's mirrored back. So that's why I wanted to share it with you, because these are lessons that you can employ in your business, right? We all have goals. We're all working towards them. We all get frustrated when it feels like we're doing all of these things and we're not seeing the results that we want. And our answer to that is to usually default to a scarcity-based mindset, to a feeling of fear, to thinking that, you know, oh, like it must be something else in the environment so I can address that by like doing more. I either need to go harder, do more, do something different, but still do more, meet more people, show up in more ways, right? But really, that's just going to create even less, even fewer results coming into you, because you're not in the right mindset, because you're not prioritizing yourself, because you're not in a faith-based place, because your energy then changes. So that's what I want you guys to do if you're feeling like that. I want you to just pause. I want you to stop, and I want you to say, you know, what's going on inside of me that I need to, am I prioritizing myself? Have I been working on my mindset? What can I do to do that? And next week we will talk. I'm going to do a Facebook Live next week about how we can factor that in. But in the Take Bold Action program, which I have been talking about, oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm going to go to dinner. In the Take Bold Action program, right? We go into detail. I mean, not just through lessons, guys. In that program, we really do take a lot of action. We learn through action. And in that program, one of the things that we're going to do is learn how to factor self-care into every day in an easy way, in a way that allows this flow and this ease, so that you're working on the right actions for your business, so you're more efficient with them. You're doing things that do feel good and light you up, right? And energize you and help you be bolder and help you shine brighter. So you got, enter all the metaphors here, right? So that you get the results that you want, but you're actually going to be doing it. We're going to figure out what that is for you and what that's like actually and in reality, and how it really works when you're out there implementing it in the world, right? So that you can do this. You can prioritize your mindset work every day. You can prioritize your self-care every day, and you know what feels good for you when it comes to sales and when it comes to marketing, so that we can have strategy, but have it in a way that really gets the results that we want, because we're being who we are and who we want to be, and everything's in alignment, right? So anyway, if you're interested in that, obviously, as I said earlier, there are 10 spots left. So I will put the link and all of that information in the comments. I will be pausing for a couple of days. I'll still be around. I'll still pop in. I'll still say hi. There's still going to be a few things that are happening, maybe even later tonight with another giveaway. I'm going to announce the winners of the gifts that I am giving away today, tomorrow, and you're going to see me a little bit. But just know I'm doing what I just told you. I am working on my mindset. I'm getting centered. I am getting reconnected to my morning routine. I'm getting reconnected to intentionality. I'm getting reconnected to what feels good. And I'm letting go of the I need to do more. And I'm embracing that I need to do less. And I just have faith that it will all work out. So I have faith in that for you. And Paige, I am so excited that you're in Take Bold Action. It's going to be, I mean, it was good the first round. I was telling the alumni, there's some alumni who are coming back, right? Because it was my first time running the program, and they helped me revamp it. So they gave me, they were like, well, we don't really want you to cut anything out, but we get the reality of the situation as I overloaded the program the first time. So they've helped me refine it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, we're going to be taking some really fun actions in really simple, easy ways, but powerful, efficient actions that are going to be allowing us to implement things, or if you already have them implemented, tweak them and do them in a way that's probably giving you more results, and letting you be more visible and letting you have more fun in your business. And it's going to be great. So I'm really excited for everybody who is in there, and I'm excited for that. So anyway, guys, that's it. That was my story about my birthday. Don't worry, I didn't sabotage it. Now I'm going to get ready, go to dinner, do all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so have a good one, guys. I will see you tomorrow when I announce the winners. And I'm also going to be at a really neat conference tomorrow morning, and I'm going to share some behind the scenes with you, because it's health and wellness and soul and self-care and all of that related. So I think it plays well off of what we just talked about now. So watch here, watch my Facebook stories. I'm going to be sharing a lot with you, and take care and have a good night, guys. All right, bye.